What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Quinton here from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse, and today we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive on a machine we've already done a quick tour on, and that is Janome's Memory Craft 550E. So today we're going to go over a little bit of a monogramming feature that this machine has. It is preloaded with 3-letter monograms. So we will start right here in our fonts, and I will need to go over here. Now it's always going to say monogram in the top. That does not mean I'm already set for that 3-letter monogram. So I select the 2 different fonts in the top left, and I'm going to go over to page 2, and I will see an option that says 3 letters. That is our 3-letter monogram. So on this page, it is going to come with a few preset frames. I have those options down here at the bottom, and I will need to enter those before I do the letters. But today we've already selected a frame outside of the presets that we're going to use, but it is still already loaded on the machine when you buy it. So we'll do SVW, Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse, for our monogram, and we'll hit OK. And this is going to take us directly to the Ready to Embroider screen. You can see my button is green here, so I can just drop the foot and take off, but we are not ready to do that in this case. So I'll just hit OK, and now I'm going to hit Home. It's going to bring me to my menu, and this little grid is where I do all of our editing. So first things first, I need to change the hoop that my machine thinks it has on it. Right now it is set up for the 8x8. As you can see, we do have the large 8x14 on it. So we'll go into the hoop, and we will select the RE36, which is that 8x14 hoop. And it will now change my grid to reflect what I have on the machine. So I need to, an important thing to note on Janome embroidery machines is if I'm going to add a design to a design that is already loaded, I need to do it from the editing screen. If I do it from the embroidery screen, it will delete the design that I currently have selected. So I'm going to go here, and now I'm going to hit our home button again, which brings our options back up, and now I want to find that frame. So we'll go into our preloaded designs, and I will just select by group of designs. In our favorite designs tab, we have this nice little flower surrounded ring that can go nicely around our monogram. And here we will go back to the editing screen. I'll walk you through a few of these main buttons that are on this editing screen. We've already went over hoop selection. The 2 pages is where I can duplicate. Trash can is where I can delete a design if I selected the wrong one or I don't like the one that I selected. The 2 boxes with the arrows, best way to think about it, the boxes are resizing. That is our resizing button. I can go up or down by 20% on this machine. That way my stitches don't get too loose and my stitches don't get too dense. I can move over. I have the 4 arrows that are rotating. That is our rotate our design. We have horizontal flip, and then we have vertical flip. And if I'm doing standard fonts, it is grayed out because we are currently selected with this flower frame, but I can also do kerning on my letters if I want some extra pizzazz to my design. Alright, so finally our last screen that we'll go through, we have grouping. Our file here is to upload designs or save designs to our machine, and then we have color selection if we do want to color sort that. So with this, now on our design that we have selected, our flower ring is covering a little bit of our monogram up. So what I want to do with that, I can go here and I can increase the size of that flower ring, but like I said, it only goes 20%, and so it is still covering up a little bit of our monogram. So I'll hit OK with that, and now if I just click on the monogram here, it will now unselect the flower ring and it will select the monogram, and I want to size that down just a little bit so I can get those letters out of the way of that ring. And so I'll hit OK. And the final button I want to touch on in this editing screen is the monochrome feature. So if I was doing a monogram and I didn't want it real fancy, I just want it kind of classic, something simple, I can select the button where the flower goes from the 6 different colors to the 1 white flower. And it's going to give me, are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I do want to do this. And you'll notice when I bring it in, it's going to bring me directly to my embroidery screen. And it is going to make my entire design gray. And what this means is you can select whatever color you would like. It does not need to be gray, but it is going to stitch my entire design. It'll still complete its jump stitches, but it's never going to stop. It is going to do this entire monogram and the entire ring with no stops. Now once we have made it here, all there is left to do is to drop our presser foot, hit the start button, and let my machine take off. Now one point I do really want to mention on this machine is it is a completely hidden feature of it. There's no way to see it, but it is a tank of a machine. This thing has the ability to cruise through leather, cruise through very thick patches. If I want to do something on vinyl, all I do is put the right needle in, whether it be a leather needle or a microtex needle, and let the machine take off, and it is going to handle whatever you put under it. And if you want to see something on a different machine, maybe it's even your machine, drop us a comment below and we'll look into it right away. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like below, and don't be afraid to subscribe as we will continue to do these deep dives on machines. I'm Quinton from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse, and we'll see you next time.